How many times have you lost days trying to schedule an interview with a candidate? Back and forth calls and messages with the candidate as well as the interviewer to find a common time slot that works for both. And finally, when you do manage to find a common time slot, the candidate doesn't even show up for the actual interview. What if you could let the candidate take every stage of the hiring process at his own convenience? And that too with full proctoring, screen monitoring, and built-in cheating detection. And you still get full confidence of live supervision. This is precisely what CoderScout makes possible. From MCQ challenges to coding challenges to take-home projects to agentic AI interviews, every stage can be taken by the candidate at their own convenience without any scheduling headache. And what you get is a comprehensive playback with every suspicious event that is flagged in the playback. Let me show you how this works in CoderScout. So here we are in CoderScout. We are going to create an assessment for the given role. Let's take an example of building an assessment for a React.js developer. We can change the experience level for the role. We can select the skills from the skills available here, and then you can either auto-generate the stages needed for assessing this particular role, or you can build it manually. In this case, let's build it manually. Here I have created an assessment with 3 stages for the React.js developer role. It has AI interview round, followed by a React.js application round, followed by a human-led interview. You can set up any stage or any composition for the specific role that you are hiring for. CoderScout supports stages like multiple choice questions, programming challenges in different programming languages. It has support for different frameworks like web frameworks, React.js, AngularJS, and various other web frameworks. Jupyter Notebook, where you can assign data analysis or visualization or data manipulation kind of a challenge. Then you have support for video interviews. You have support for SQL round. In the SQL round, you can set up ETL kind of a SQL, which has merge statements or other complex queries, or querying from an underlying database schema with multiple tables. We have support for DBT challenges, where the candidate has to do complete a DBT project, which is a multi-file DBT project. And finally, there is also support for a video response round. And for all of these rounds, you have full proctoring support as well as full playback of the video as well as the screen recording of the candidate with important events flagged on the timeline of the playback. In this case, I have set up 3 rounds, and you can add additional rounds as per your need and for the role that you are hiring for. As I mentioned, you can delete the rounds, you can edit the configuration of the round. In the AI interview round, you can set up the interview topics on which the agent is going to take the interview for the candidate. And for the scheduling, we have the option of setting up a deadline for the candidate to give this particular stage. If the candidate does not give the stage within the given hours, here in this case it's 48 hours, it is marked as a no-show, and it can be scheduled or rescheduled further if the candidate misses the deadline. And the actual interview will go on for 45 minutes in this case. Similarly, for the subsequent rounds as well, you can set up the schedule. Do you want to give additional time after each round, or you want the candidate to give those rounds back to back until there is a need for some sort of scheduling like an AI human-led interview? This particular functionality gives you ultimate freedom in terms of scheduling and giving the freedom to the candidates when they want to give different types of stages without having to do all of the back and forth. So this summarizes all the features that are there related to scheduling and the asynchronous interview rounds that you can take without actually getting on a call with the candidate. So do try it out. You get 50 free credits. With that, you can evaluate multiple candidates with multiple types of rounds that are available. Thank you.